Yes, people, what's good and welcome back to the channel, guys. So it's been a hot minute since I last released a video, guys. I've just been so busy with work and just my daily routine just been mad. So the tank has been on autopilot. Everything's going extremely well with the system. Haven't had any issues. What I've done is I've had to increase my alkalinity from that 7.5 to 8. What I noticed, I just run a little experiment to see if above 8 will see any more growth. And tell you what, since I've gone to about maybe 8.3, yeah, the corals are doing a bit more, I would say, a bit more robust and more polyp extension. So that's a plus for the whole system. Lighting remains the same 8-hour schedule with the Reef Brights coming in for about 4.5 hours during the day from about 10 to about 3. Yeah, sweet. Everything is on point when it comes to my lighting. Now, guys, I have been sent a couple of questions from people that follow me on the YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. So I just want to answer about 5 of these questions. First question, when should I start dosing my aquarium? Now, I'll say to anybody in this hobby, take it easy, slow it down. There is no point in dosing your aquarium if you don't have any corals to take up everything that you're putting in. Now, if you have LPS, SPS corals in your system and they are starting to take up your alkalinity, calcium, and magnesium, which are the main three that we will test for, once you see there's a depletion in those three elements, then you can say to yourself, okay, the system is at a point where I need to start dosing. Now you can start dosing manually, but the issue with that is the accuracy and trying to maintain a schedule to dose your aquarium. Say for example, if you're dosing, I don't know, any 2 part or 3 part, and you do 1 ml every hour. Imagine waking up every hour on the hour for 24 hours to dose 1 ml. So automation. So we go with doses and maybe 3 channel, 4 channel doses, depending on what your needs are, and you have a schedule set out to dose your aquarium accordingly to keep up with the consumption of the alkalinity, calcium, and magnesium. Second question, do I need some form of controller for my heater? I would always recommend a controller for your heater. Reason being that you can actually set it to a specific temperature to go on, a specific temperature to go off. That way you can't go too low or you can't go too high. It's within a sweet spot or a pocket of where you want or you like your temperature to be. Second thing is, if you go for something like a D&D controller, you can actually add a fan on there to help cool down your system during the summer months when your temperature might stray over the stipulated temperature you've added to that controller. So definitely look into getting some form of controller for your heater, just to ensure that you stay within that sweet spot and you can cool your tank down automatically during the summer months. Third question, can this hobby get expensive? Yeah, it can get expensive, but you just need to shop around, guys. There's always second-hand deals going around the internet, especially now people are shutting down their tank like mad in the UK. So if you do want a good deal, just check on Facebook, check out the forums. Love to Reef is another good place you can check out for people getting rid of bits of coral, aquariums, and all sorts. So shop around. You can save some money on the equipment side if you just speak to people. If you buy new, that's when the majority of the expense would come. The lighting is very expensive in this hobby, depending on what you want to grow in your system. The glass box, stand, and sump aren't too bad. You can probably get a decent setup for maybe just under a grand if you shop around. Yeah, so just do your research, guys. Ensure that you know what you want, where you're going to put it, and then make your budget and then go and start speaking to different companies. Don't settle for one place to get your aquarium, your return pumps, and your lights from that one place. Shop around. You may be able to save some money just speaking to people in the industry, different shops, and then build your system that way. Fourth question, is this hobby easy? You know what? I would say it all depends how much research you do and how prepared you are to go into this hobby. So if you just started and just started adding water, rocks, and not done enough research as to what you're going to put in there, when you're going to put it in there, you start to get frustrated and possibly get a disliking for the hobby. So I would say take your time, do your research, build up your knowledge, and then do everything slowly. Be very patient with this hobby because it does take time for systems to mature, fish to settle, corals to settle, and corals to grow. Yeah, so just take your time, build your knowledge again, yeah, and then execute your plans. Fifth and final question, what is the worst experience you've had in this hobby? Listen, I've had throughout, I'd say a month, about maybe 4 or 5 corals die on me for no reason that I could explain. These corals just STN and then they were gone. The biggest one was, I think, was a shortcake. I had a massive coral at the top. It was like a yellowy, goldy color at the top. beautiful coral. Woke up one morning, yeah, so one branch started to STN. I was like, okay, cool. So I clipped it off. By the time I came home in the afternoon, this is within say 24 hours, the coral was gone. Now I quickly sent for an ICP test. It showed everything was like was what it's supposed to be. What the parameters I did set for it. I checked on my heated. I checked on any magnets, and I just couldn't put my mind on my finger as to what was wrong, what I did wrong with the system. So yeah, that was a big, massive pill to swallow. What I had to do, I had to get wire cutters because the coral was so thick at the base that I had to use wire cutters to kind of saw it off the aquascape. Not long after that, about maybe 6 days after that, I lost another 2 little mini frags I had on the side of the system. I just didn't know. I couldn't put my my finger as to why it happened. The rest of the tank was fine, and throughout the couple of weeks after that, everything just sorted itself out. So that was quite like sad to see. Very difficult. I also lost my clownfish as well. Yeah, so something was going on with my system. I didn't know what it was, and it was very frustrating. Yeah, ICP test just wasn't picking up what was wrong. So what I did was I just, again, patience, then my water changes, ensured that I didn't add anything different into my system, didn't do anything differently, continued with maintenance, and then the system after a couple of months did pick up where it left off. Yeah, so that was quite, not traumatizing, but very difficult to see and frustrating. Yeah, patience is everything in this hobby. Anything good does take so long to actually manifest itself. Anything that goes wrong will happen overnight. Trust me, guys. So yeah, guys, these are my answers for those questions. If you have any suggestions, anything I missed out, leave them in the comments below, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time.